Although the faces of Seraphim are undoubtedly far more beautiful than the faces of human children, in the presence of God they conceal it, as they cannot endure the dazzling brilliance of divine glory. That's why, when the archangel Michael disputed with Satan over the body of Moses, he did not dare to rebuke Satan with slanderous words, but said, "The Lord rebuke you." What are Seraphim in the Bible? 1. The noun Seraphim in the context of the name of these angels means fiery beings, possibly indicating their purity as servants of God around his throne. They reflect the glory of God in such a way that they appear to be ablaze.
Yet one of the seraphim flew towards me. In his hand was a live coal, which he had taken with tongs from the altar. Isaiah 6:6.
The seraphim flying towards the prophet Isaiah signifies his non-omnipresence, as he cannot be present simultaneously near the throne of God and in front of the prophet Isaiah. The seraphim flew towards the prophet Isaiah to purify him before approaching God in his glory. So, when Isaiah was about to approach God, the seraphim brought a live coal from the altar and touched his lips with it, not to harm him but to heal him, not to burn him but to cleanse him. For there is purification by fire, just as by water, and the filth of Jerusalem is cleansed by the Spirit that burns. The blessed Spirit works like fire. The seraphim, who themselves were ignited by divine fire, bestowed life upon the prophet so that he too would be ignited with their spirit. This divine fire represents the glory of God itself, God present in his glory, so the divine fire is uncreated, and the angels are created from this uncreated divine fire, because purifying one's lips from the stain of sin involves kindling the soul with the love of God. This live coal is taken from the altar, whether the altar of incense or the altar of burnt offerings, as both have a continually burning fire. Nothing has the power to cleanse and comfort the soul like what is taken from the redemption sacrifice of Christ and the mediation continually held based on that redemption sacrifice. The live coal from his altar is certain to give us life and bring peace to us. This will not happen with a foreign fire. 2. The Hebrew word seraphim is a plural noun, derived from the noun seraph, which has various meanings: venomous, fiery burning, causing inflammation, and venomous serpent.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass, that every one that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live. Numbers 21:8.
The noun seraph is derived from its verb form, seresh, meaning to burn, to flame. The meaning of seraph as fiery burning suggests an interpretation that Satan may come from a group of seraphim angels who praise God, as recorded in Isaiah 6:1-3, as angels possessing the nature of seraph, or fiery burning. Satan has the ability to disguise himself as an angel of light.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14.
Satan can present himself as an attractive personality and is skillful in speech, not because Satan can perform miracles, but rather because Satan is one of the fallen angelic leaders. Despite his fall, he still possesses authority and power. That's why, when the archangel Michael disputed with Satan over the body of Moses, he did not dare to rebuke Satan with slanderous words, but said, "The Lord rebuke you," Jude 1-9. Archangel Michael certainly knows that Satan has power like the Seraphim angels, because Satan was originally a chief among the Seraphim, who fell due to his pride. The first woman in the Garden of Eden was deceived by him. In Jewish interpretation, as recorded in Targum Jonathan on Genesis 3-6 and Aramaic Targum to Job 28-7. Satan is named Samael, Hebrew Samael from Sam, meaning drug, poison, and El, God. Therefore, the name Samael means venom of God. Translated into Latin, it becomes Lucifer. In Targum Jonathan on Genesis 3-6, Samael is titled Malach Moda, meaning the angel of death, as he caused humanity to fall into sin and led them to the consequences of death, even eternal death, by combining the literal meaning of Seraphim as brightly burning, where the noun Seraph can mean venomous serpent, also considering the understanding given by the Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians 11:14, that Satan has the ability to deceive humans with various forms, even becoming an angel of light as he once originated. Understanding the explanation of the Apostle John. In Revelation 12-9, 20-2, that great dragon, that old serpent called the devil or Satan, who deceives the whole world, we can accept the interpretation. Satan possibly belongs to the group of Seraphim angels, bright angels, fiery angels. 3. If the two-winged cherubim attend to the throne of God, the Seraphim are depicted in Isaiah 6-2 with 6 wings, guarding the holiness of God's throne in its radiant light.
Above it stood the seraphims, each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. Isaiah 6-2.
Above the throne, the Seraphim seem to hover over it or near it, bowing before it, with their eyes fixed on it. They blaze with love for God, zealous for his glory, and against sin. God uses them as instruments of his wrath, when he acts as a consuming fire against his enemies. Each of them has 6 wings, not spread upward as seen in Ezekiel 1:11, but 4 wings used for covering, like bird wings when perched. With 2 wings above, next to their heads, they cover their faces. And with the 2 lower wings, they cover their feet or lower parts. This speaks of their great humility and reverence in serving God, for he is greatly feared among the holy ones. They not only cover their feet, the less honorable parts of the body, but even their faces. Although the faces of angels, undoubtedly, are far more beautiful than the faces of human children, yet before God, they cover them because they cannot withstand the dazzling brightness of divine glory. And aware of the infinite distance from divine perfection, they are ashamed to show their faces before the holy God, who found even his angels lost if they dared to compete with him, like Lucifer or Samael, one of the fallen Seraphim. If the angels themselves are so respectful in serving God, how much more should we approach his throne with a reverent fear?